Welcome to Zen Appeal. My name is Tanya Peel. I'm the head teacher here. Going to take a moment here, a moment of your time for mindfulness. So if you care to join me, just find a chair or something to comfortably sit on, or the earth, it doesn't matter. Someplace where you can be still. And we're just going to first find a focal point. So we're going to work on a sound. So I'm going to play you some sounds, and simply with your ears, I want you to listen to the sound. Okay? So get yourself situated in a chair or the earth, a comfortable spot. We'll take a few more moments just to get yourself situated. All right. So from here, just close your eyes. If you're sitting in a chair, just let the feet relax. Don't cross the legs. Just let the feet be flat to the earth, and the spine mostly straight up and down. If you want to take the shoulders back, you can, and the hands, just rest them on top of your thighs. If you're sitting on the earth, some comfortable place to sit, a crisscross applesauce or something of that nature, and you can rest the same thing, the hands on the knees or the thighs. And just close your eyes and move inside. You can also just soften the eye gaze if you prefer. You may start to ask yourself, what are you doing in this moment? You're trying to find stillness to begin with. Just be still. Being present, being still with you, your body, and time. To bring you more into the moment, I'm going to play some sounds for you. So just simply with your ears, because you're not going to see what I'm playing for you. So just soften the eye gaze or close the eyes wherever you are. Just remain and use your ears to hear. So if you listen to the sound, which I'm sure you did, you notice that it's a little bit higher in frequency. So we're trying to connect to our higher brain. Mindfulness, connecting to our higher brain, or higher mind if you'd like to go there. So from here, we're going to find breath. So start to breathe in and out your nose. The first thing with our breath is we're taking a nose experience. We feel the breath moving in and out the nose. Why? Because I mentioned take your breath in and out the nose. Now I want you to feel the breath and the lungs and the rib cage. Notice what the body and the breath do there. They have a particular kind of dance that they take. So on the in-breath, you feel your rib cage expand and the lung fill with air. And then on the release of the breath, you feel your rib cage come back to neutral or contract if you think of that word. Just back to center. Ready for another breath. Inhale. Exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. So we have had a nose breath experience. We've had a rib cage lung breath experience. Now we're going to bring in a belly breath experience. So breathe into the belly. And out. So if you like visualization, you could think of this as a balloon. Take breath, inhale. And out. Another inhale. And out. So now, when you think of your breath, I want you to think of there being a channel or this open tube moving from your belly through your diaphragm up into the lungs, and you can keep pulling the breath all the way up into the collarbone or even past throat, face, and head, if you like. But first, let's work on simply feeling the breath moving through the channel or the tubular space. So when we take breath, moves, the base of the channel is the belly. The breath draws up through the diaphragm, expanding through the lungs, and you can keep pulling the breath up as high as you possibly can, and then releasing the breath back down through the channel, out to the belly of the ocean. A couple more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Last one like this. Inhale. And exhale. So all along here we have been feeling ourselves breathe. We've felt the breath in the nose, we've felt the breath moving into the rib cage and the lungs, we felt the breath in the belly, we felt the breath moving through a channel of a sort. So now I want you to observe. Still finding your breath. Still the breath is moving in and out the nose. Still there's the lungs expanding and falling, rib cage expanding and falling. Still there is the belly. But then I want you to observe the rest of you. From the crown of the head to your feet. How does the crown of your head feel? How about the head itself, the neck, the shoulders? How about the arms, the spine, the belly, the chest, back body? hips, glutes, thighs, quadriceps, hamstrings, knees, ankles, elbows, fingers, feet, toes, spaces in between each toe. Close the eyes, breathe, and observe your body in this space. Coming back to center, we observed our breath with our body. So what was never brought into observation was the thoughts going on in the mind. We're not trying to have thoughts inside of the mind. We're trying to have the mind free of thoughts, empty, so that we can observe our breath and we can observe our bodies in this space. Just being present, connecting to all of you from the crown of the head to the toes, staying with your breath. And when we do all of these things, we do this without judgment. Judgment comes from the lower mind. We're trying to stay connected to our higher mind. And it will happen. We will have moments where our days may not have started off so calm. So we take our mindfulness practice, if we can, even sometimes that it's hard to do, just to be still when our mind is not calm. If we can simply take 1 minute to slow down, observe, feel, breathe, empty out the mind. And it may be a continual circle of emptying out the mind and coming back to center, and emptying out the mind and coming back to center, and that's okay. That's why it's called a practice. We have to practice finding a mindfulness. We have to practice being calm and present until it is something that is not as challenging to practice anymore. So I want you to move back inside, closing the eyes, finding your place of stillness, still no mind, breathe. And I'm going to play an even higher sound for you. So just simply using the ears, I just want you to hear and be with the sound. In our last 3 breaths together, deep breaths. Try to find 5 counts for an in-breath, 5 counts for an out-breath. Take your time. Remember all that we talked about through the channel. Last one. Take a moment to notice how you feel from crown of the head to the toes. Calmness of mind. And thank you for practicing mindfulness today. I hope this practice served you in some way. Enjoy the rest of your day until next time. All my love.